Welcome to Bríx Forge. This is where the weekly Rising Report is tempered into clarity. We explore constraint, transition, and the mechanics of change, without cushioning, performance, or false comfort. Shelter in the shadows. The foresight to choose your battles wisely. Fatigue can be a peculiar thing. Logic would have a person believe that after a period of calm and rest, the body would be ready to get busy. Be productive. A rational conclusion that too often fails to land. Perhaps physics is to blame. A body at rest will remain at rest unless an outside force acts upon it. As the weekend approaches, the environmental bottleneck applies that force. Everyone gets a little impatient, not all at once, just enough that things which were tolerable last week suddenly feel ridiculous. Not dramatically, for the most part. Conversations that used to drift along politely may veer sideways. Minor inconveniences that previously slid under the radar now light up the screen. A person who has been patient for far too long wakes up and realizes they're no longer interested in being patient. No single event explains it. It's just that the margin for nonsense seems to have quietly expired. Nothing collapses, but tolerance evaporates. It's the behavioral side effect of a system that's itching to move again. The compression is brief, but tense before the release. Multiple bodies are working to pass through the same narrow passage at the same time. Everything feels slightly too constrained for the momentum building behind it, so people poke at the edges. Some poke lightly, some poke with more vigor. By the time the weekend arrives, those little prods start hitting sensitive spots inside a restless system. Raw retort makes its way into the open, and patience disappears. The smallest spark demands a conversation. The smallest disagreement turns into debate. The smallest inconvenience becomes a reason to push back. It's not chaos. It's ignition behavior. Interactions produce disproportionate effects. The week may still appear calm on the surface, however, if the mood around you feels a little sharper, a little more reactive, a little less tolerant of the usual nonsense. You're not imagining it. The system has reached the bottleneck. With so many ready to pick a fight, a little solitude in the shadows can go a long way. The Rising Report offers a weekly snapshot of what's active. Bríx Forge publishes weekly. Subscribe if you're done fighting the field and ready to work with it.